Alright, happy Thanksgiving everyone, I guess. Another boss guide for the Living Failures. This is probably the easiest boss in the whole DLC. Really the hardest part about it is just not dying within the time frame of the length of the fight. Like, I don't know, just outlast these bosses. Fuck it, they're pretty trash. You just beat the shit out of them, they don't really care. They'll do the headbutt thing, or they'll try to smack you with their weird long arms, but you can just kind of wail on them. Just try to dodge that. I don't, like, ever for some reason. I just have an impulse to beat the shit out of them when I see them doing it in hopes I can stun lock them, but I never do. Just kind of a weird impulse. That arcane orb he's summoning from the sky is just some next level retardation. Just dodge through it. You can just iframe through most of them if they touch you. You could just go behind the tree. They don't phase through solid objects. That blue little giant orb that they're shooting, their little fucking Big Bang attack, wannabe Dragon Ball Z characters. Again, as long as it's not like hit the ground near you or it doesn't hit you directly, it's practically harmless. I wouldn't advise rolling through it, but it's very slow, so you can just see it coming from a mile away. These enemies can be parried with your gun, so just like if they're really giving you a problem, like just fucking shoot them when they're swinging. Pretty much all their attacks are parryable that are physical attacks. Just take full advantage of that. They have no means to stop you. They're very easy to read. And for the most part, this boss is just a lot of you waiting. Fire buff helps a lot if you want to cut them down faster. You can fight them pretty much with any weapon, any build will work well against them, as long as you have like over 25 vitality just for safety reasons. You could probably do a 20, honestly. Anything lower, though, I wouldn't even recommend entering the DLC because you're probably not going to beat Ludwig. I'm on New Game. They honestly don't seem to get much higher on New Game Plus, but that's because the boss itself isn't that dangerous. If you can stagger this enemy, or kill him, I guess, in a sense, since I couldn't stagger him at all, no matter what I did, you can cancel his magic cast animations. This is useful in some parts of the fights where if you know an enemy's low and they're casting some really dangerous magic, maybe you have a bitch of a time avoiding those arcane orbs, which you won't if you know how to dodge, I guess, but some people really do. Then you can just beat the shit out of them and stop them. So if you have really high damage and you're not good at dodging at all for some odd reason, somehow you made it to this point in Bloodborne, that's how you beat those guys and stop them. Otherwise, just get behind the fucking tree that literally will block everything. All magic projectiles. No explanation of like why they would implement it. I'm guessing the sole reason was so players could take advantage of the map. It's a pretty good concept, but just literally makes this fight a joke. But I'm kind of glad, because the later half of this fight, which initiates in the second half, their health bar, just 50% under, they start doing it. They'll start using a new ability. That's the sole change to the fight. The rest of it is really just dodging around, hit an enemy, pick one off, find a guy who's secluded, and fuck him up real quick, and then run off. And if you can find a guy who will chase after you, they have a ground explosion, but that's not really too important since you'll never get hit by that unless you literally get caught by the ground attack and then stay there. Just take cover behind the tree. This is their big dangerous move. If you just stay behind the tree in this spot, it only comes from that direction, or like raining down. It's a pretty horrible move once you figure that out, because it won't do anything. They'll just channel the ability, and then you can just chill from there behind the tree until it runs out. It's very short duration, but if you do get hit by the crystals, 2 of them, 3 of them will kill you pretty easily, and they're pretty much everywhere besides where that tree's safety is. Basically, just sit under the shade of the weird sunflower tree. But the rest of the fight, they don't change their moveset. You can just deal with them continuously doing their weird arcane bullshittery. Be careful not to make the mistake of killing one of them when they're channeling that. It doesn't like change up the ability, it's just one of them will respawn really quickly. And if they do respawn, they will fuck you up. The headbutt, as always, very easy to parry. Just wait for them to cock their head back, and just before it comes down, you can shoot them. With the arm things, just wait for it to start, like, getting forward momentum. Like, you'll see the elbow cock back, but once the elbow starts, like, going forward at you, you can shoot them in any of that time frame, like right there. You just shot them any time. If I wasn't lazy, I would have instantly parried them. Right there, I do it. As long as the forward momentum, they have a very wide parry frame, and that's honestly their biggest flaw. I chose not to parry them too much in this fight, just because I was having fun drawing it out, and I was trying to get familiar with them, thinking I wasn't going to do well. But as I learned, it was very easy to beat them, and they were a very quick fight. Really just smashed them in the first attempt. For the most part, this build also is a level 98. He's kind of over-leveled, but his stats are absolutely garbagely unbalanced. Just put everything in the wrong places. But, that aside, really just the fight is dodge around, don't get hit too much, just grab one guy from the group and fuck him up out of everyone. Now, as you see, I canceled him out right here, and what's going to happen is I'm going to look to my left. And he's going to fucking just come up. He doesn't have to channel anything, because he's a new one of them. They rise from the ground. But, of course, again, this boss is still kind of a joke, so I just rocked his shit really fucking quick. One parry riposte for my character was an insta-kill, from what I could tell, on these guys at full health. But, that was just for me. Some people's builds may not be able to hit hard enough, since I do have a Ludwig's Holy Blade buffed, and that's just absolute trash, high damage, even with a terrible build. So, just for the most part, kind of dodge around. I finally got my Blood Echoes after, like, fighting these guys, all 2,300 of them, for, like, a good 5 minutes. Just kind of left that guy alone. I don't even know why. I knew he was there, but they continuously spawn from the same 4 corners. If you actually do have a Phantom partner, which, of course, this video is implying that you probably don't, then you can actually just spawn kill one of them and continuously chunk off the Living Failures health bar. They will just keep rising from the ground from the same spots. Like, there's no set limit to how many times they can respawn, but there will only be 4 on the map. And they'll always spawn to the same place if you kill the same one, generally. So you can just loop kill the same one over and over again, as I started doing towards the end, as I just want to speed it up, since, Jesus Christ, they took forever. Sometimes they'll be behind the tree in the cover spot that I'm in right here, when they're doing it. If you choose to kill one of them, which means they have a chance of trying to fight you there, like, you know, running up on you, then you can easily get a lot of free damage off. The only downside is that they'll come for you, but if you have your gun out and you have one bullet, you could literally stop the entire fucking thing. Right there I saw the prey. Thanks for watching this boss guide. Pretty simple fight. If you liked it, like, subscribe, comment, I don't give a shit really, as long as you got what you wanted out of it. I'm just happy to help. I'm going to be working on Lady Maria, I have a fight already done. Be working on uploading that by the end of Thanksgiving. Have a good one.